It's Madden NFL 24. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Vikes and the Silver and Black. All that and more coming up next.
Now from a field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February, there's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, it's year 4 of this wonderful building now, and it's going to host the Super Bowl come February. Fans of the Silver and Black certainly hoping their guys will be a part of it. But this is a franchise that hasn't won a playoff game since the 2002 season.
But they should be firmly focused on getting back to the playoffs. They have the team that can do that. Defensively, they get after the quarterback. Great pass rush, and now they have a new leader at quarterback, and they expect to put some points on the board.
And meanwhile, for the Vikings, their go-to man, the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year last season. And Charles, of course, that's Justin Jefferson.
And can you dance like Justin Jefferson? Because I certainly cannot. But defenses, they see him dance all the way through them and find his way into the end zone. I don't care how you plan, he is difficult to stop.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Bringing them out is the pocket passer from Purdue, rookie Aiden O'Connell.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
O'Connell going straight to the air. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long.
There he goes, right side. Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 71 yards. And the Raiders go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a 7th-year pro and a literal rocket scientist. Here's Joshua Dobbs.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Dobbs to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 18 on the play.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Dobbs. They'll find Osborne here. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allowed a completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him, because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line. Back to throw Dobbs. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Dobbs to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7. They'll go Madison up the middle, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
O'Connell looking to throw on first. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. O'Connell. Oh, the slant connects with Devontae Adams. And Devontae's going to have a Raiders first down up near the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A little juke. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 84 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He'll let this go for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action. Now O'Connell. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota. Fielded at about the 28. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing here, Dobbs. This one caught by Osborne, right side. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Every day, let's do it.
On play action, it's Dobbs. This one brought in by Jefferson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now Dobbs. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raiders now set to get the football back. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. To about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake, O'Connell. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw here, O'Connell. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this 1st half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Dobbs is throwing. And his throw here's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw is Dobbs. Caught on the slant. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Madison. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
Joseph's got it, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2nd and 5. Now he'll try to run with this. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Raiders on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, O'Connell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Powell on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know
As a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Dobbs. This goes out wide from Madison. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Las Vegas's offense back out there ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. He sets to fire deep. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And O'Connell now to throw. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly had the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Completes this to Addison out left. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw, Dobbs. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. On 2nd down, Dobbs. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Dobbs to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down throw, O'Connell. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now it's O'Connell. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. Let's go right here. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let's go, fellas. Go get him now.
Here's 3rd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. On the return is Powell. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Dobbs. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Get him going, baby.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Kene Nwangu. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Joseph now to have the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On second down, O'Connell. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run right here with Jacobs. A beautiful fake. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Throwing on 2nd down. Here's O'Connell. That's caught by Myers. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to use his legs here. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Play action. Now O'Connell. He'll get this under. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pushing his way through. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Now Dobbs. Addison hauls it in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Dobbs. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Here's Madison running on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Pass incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Dobbs is throwing. That is caught, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2nd and 6. Now it's Hall. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Hall to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Here's a give to Madison running right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Hall. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Hall. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Joseph is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
Joseph now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately, it's out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A throw over the middle taken in. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, O'Connell. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, part of their struggles in the first half was their inability to convert consistently on 3rd down. But how about this well-designed play? Gave himself plenty of options and able to get the hook up and keep the drive going.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. They juked him. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Jacobs going to try the middle. Shoves him aside. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Now Hall. He gets it to Addison. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. Here's Hall. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back to throw, Hall. That pass taken in by Addison. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Throwing here is Hall. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now the safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Going to run with Madison again. Down to the 25. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8. Off play action. Hall. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3rd down and 6. Back to throw again. He has his target. It's Addison. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd down. Hall. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's O'Connell. That one taken in by Adams. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Rainer first down. And that should be the one that finishes the script here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.